The news we've been waiting for is here. Aaron Judge remaining in pinstripes, 9 years, $360 million.
At the end of the day, he wanted to be a Yankee. And first of all, when you've got a player who has done extraordinary, historic things, the case becomes stronger to get that additional money and get that additional year to go over the finish line. I think the reality is what Joel Sherman said earlier today. The Yankees simply did not want to imagine their roster without number 99. They realized how competitive the American League is right now, how far they were away from the Astros, even with Aaron Judge, how much they relied on Aaron Judge in the second half of this season. They simply had to go that extra mile, and I'm told that there were multiple teams, Giants and Padres, who offered more.
This is the New York Yankees with the premier player in the sport, and if they can't keep him, where are we going?
I agree with you.
I love the fact he's going back, and it's a big thing, and it means so much to the sport.
Clearly, we're talking about Aaron Judge. We've said publicly many a times, from the highest level, from Hal Steiner's desk to everybody, from myself, Darren Boone, and his teammates, that he's our franchise players, and we want to retain him, and we're going to make every effort to do so. And obviously, we have some more steps to take in that process, but we're in a good position.
Report that you have, JP
Yes.
Morosi, is that Willson Contreras is leaving the Chicago Cubs finally and going to the St. Louis Cardinals in an agreement on a 5-year deal, basically as Yadier Molina's replacement.
And this now is a huge puzzle piece of this offseason because Contreras has been the #1 free agent catcher out there. There was some doubt whether it's because of the rivalry and a lot of heated games between these two franchises over time, if Contreras was going to actually join the Cardinals, but he will.
Yeah, he's a guy we've had our eye on for a long time. I think he's a really good starting pitcher. He's been really consistent. I think he's continued to get better when he's been, as he's gotten healthier in his career. I think he showed the promise he had. Started obviously his second pick in the draft, but really good mix, good command, and fantastic makeup. Since he's been healthy, I think getting with the Yankees, he's pitched really well. Yeah, I think there's still more in the tank, but obviously we're excited to get him. He's a guy we targeted at the beginning of the offseason, and we had a good connection with him and our pitching guys, and felt like that relationship was really strong, and I'm glad he felt the same.
The Red Sox, another deal at this hour, agreeing with Kenley Jansen. It's 2 years, $32 million. He pitched well this year. There were stretches where his body language was that of in his prime, right?
You're right, Lauren. I think you go back to the end of his time with the Dodgers, his stuff had flattened out a little bit, but now it's gotten sharper again. I think his strikeouts ticked back up with the Braves. It was a really good change of scenery. I think you got maybe some different input. He ends up going to the Red Sox. He joins there. Chris Martin will probably be the 8th inning guy.
Jeff Passan of ESPN tweeting out Masataka Yoshida's deal with the Boston Red Sox is for $90 million. With a posting fee of $15.4 million.
Yeah, it's interesting. You point out the walks and strikeouts. When you have twice as many walks and strikeouts, it tells you he's got special bat-to-ball skills, no question about it. Listen, he's a left-handed hitter without premier power in Fenway Park, so he's going to have to be high on-base percentage, high batting average, not through the slug department. I agree with you. Yoshida in Fenway Park is probably more of a left fielder. Putting Verdugo over at right field, there's not a ton of a slug in the Boston outfield. It's sort of unusual for traditional Red Sox teams, but you see the batting titles there. This guy can hit. There's no question about that.
This from Ken Rosenthal earlier in the day. Jose Quintana in agreement with the Mets, 2 years, $26 million pending a physical.
He's got to work in the zone. When he nibbles, he gets in trouble because when he has to throw it over the plate and the hitters count, they bang him. And so I think it's going to be really interesting to see where he goes. You talk about an old pitching staff. I mean, we're talking about some guys that are up there in age. I mean, this is a really old staff.
And a big one has just been bestowed on the longtime radio voice of the Chicago Cubs, our friend Pat Hughes. Congratulations to Pat. Such a well-deserved honor. He is the 2023 Ford C. Frick Award winner. And in our little fraternity of baseball broadcasters, there is no higher honor.
For more on these and other stories, keep it locked to MLB.com. It's baseball everywhere.